Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting discussion on all things well-being, another Minecraft discussion. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and it is my joy and pleasure to discuss all things brainy, discuss how to become the boss of our brains, because that is what it's all about. It's what we allow in here that dictates our lives, absolutely. I'm out here with the goats. You can see Caesar is a strange little guy, but we keep him. He's very sweet. King Lear over there. Whoops, where is he? King Lear over there, and then Hamlet's down there a ways. Anyway, today we're going to talk about inbox hypnosis. You might be like wondering what that's about. And the thing is, somehow we seem like we're on this secret mission to get everything done. Everything. I'm talking about answering the emails and all the micro tasks and macro tasks and get everything done. And everything is a word, as you know, I try not to use as much as possible. I just try not to use it because polarized words are not healthy for us. Why? Because they don't exist in reality. Everything, nothing, always, never. They don't exist. You know, even the sun, which comes up every day, will eventually become a supernova. We don't like to think about that. But these polarized words, they're just not good for us anyway. So to get everything done, think about that bar. And I think a lot of it is kind of unconscious. It's a momentum thing. We wake up, we got the to-do list, the emails, or for those of us out there in this seasoned professional adult world, that's never ending, and that's sort of the whole point. So we often stay up too late. We often get up early. That's me. I actually like being up early, though, because it's quiet in the house. It kind of get the jump on the day. But anyway, not the point. The point is that we often stay up when our body is tired, or we get up way too early when our body is still tired, just to take on more tasks and check boxes. And so that's what we're talking about. And even worse, we put off fun. We put off playing, adult playing, just hiking and skiing and running and Monopoly and whatever, and conversations and listening to each other about our day and all that. And we put that off to, answer one more email or 5 more emails. And I got to be truthful with you. Just because I'm doing these videos doesn't mean I have it all down. Because that is one thing, especially since the Rona, since we were virtual, that I'm a work in progress with that answering the emails thing. I have actually had to draw a line in the sand and set a curfew for myself, which is working, but I'm a work in progress. That's what I'm saying. So we got to check all this. And then this leads to this sort of convincing ourselves that this is a temporary state or something, and it isn't. It's one day rolls into the next, so we fantasize that, when we answer each and every email, again, not going to happen. We answer our emails, all of them, and when we tackle and check all the micro tasks. Most of us out there in the professional adult world have just lots and lots of micro tasks all day too, in addition to the emails. And we have this sort of subconscious fantasy life going on that we're actually going to complete all of that and answer each and every email. It's just not true. When in reality, this is like a hypnotic, which is hence the title, like a hypnotic state. Because on some level, we really think, once I answer every email, once I do all my micro tasks and check the few boxes for the macro tasks, it is then that I'll be happy, have inner peace. It's then that I can relax. It's then that I can have a conversation with my partner or my kids or my young adult kids. Or it's then that I can go out for dinner or lunch or go for a walk or on a hike or run or ski or whatever, or play with the goats. And we keep pushing that off in our day. And that's not good because last any of us knew, this is not a dress rehearsal. This is the big game. I'm not also advocating, be irresponsible. That's not what we're saying. We're saying to really, though, check. We had done a couple of episodes earlier about how life is not an emergency. There's very little in life that qualifies for that, or even an urgency. So spectrum, right? A little important, more important, medium important, urgency, and then emergency. I think like, ambulance or something, right? So very little of life qualifies for, that side of the spectrum. That's urgency or emergency. So in reality, when we're in this inbox hypnotic trance, one day rolls into the other, which rolls into the other, which means, what does that say about our valuable life minutes? Our valuable life minutes, that means, are circling the drain. Never, ever, no, more polarized words, although this is true, never, ever, ever to come back again. Never to come back again. So here's the thing. The regular nature of the inbox is to stay not or incomplete, because the nature of an inbox, and also using that metaphorically because that's also the rest of our lives, demands on us from, you know, all different angles. It's not just the emails, right? And like we talked about the tasks, and there's also the house tasks. There's all kinds of tasks, and it's the nature of our, I'm going to say, inbox, with all, you know, all inclusive, to be not empty, right? So it's just not going to happen. So this is where I like to make the analogy to, I gotta get up and walk around. I have Fritos in my pocket, so if you hear a weird noise, that's why. Because that's the only way to get the goats in lately. They went on a little overnight, scared us to death, especially with the coyotes out here. They'd never done that before. And so, yes, we are reinforcing their bad behavior, but I want to make sure I get them in. And they love Fritos. Yeah, and Cheez-Its, actually. So anyway, so that is not meant to be, the inbox, metaphorically speaking, for all boxes checked, is not meant to be empty. There's always going to be stuff left to do. Just so, I had done a video a while back on Richard Carlson. I'm just going to throw him out there again because I'm reading him a lot lately, so let's just give RC a lot of credit here. He also did something on sort of accepting that taking care of your house, our house is behind us, and let me tell you, it's just like, it doesn't end. It just doesn't end. So that was a very good thing that I read by Richard Carlson, and Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, to kind of think of taking of house care as painting a bridge. And he brought up, I think it was the Golden Gate Bridge. I forget. Doesn't really matter. Think of a huge bridge, Verrazano, whatever. Painting the bridge, it's just like the minute they get to, 2/3 of the way through, there are people behind them. It's every day. It just goes on every day. It's never finished, ever, ever, ever. So we're going to make like a little analogy to that, because acceptance is the key to most problems, right? Acceptance is the key to most problems. I think that is a 12-step saying. It's not mine anyway, but it's true, and I live it, definitely. So when we accept that, kind of like the house care thing is just going to keep happening. Septic, painting, some of it's fun, like doing a new sexy kitchen, which we just did. Then you got septics, and you got roofs, and blah, blah, blah. It's not fun, but you got to do it. Well, it's not different with the inbox metaphorical thing, because it's just like painting a bridge. Just if we accept that there's a flow of stuff through the inbox in all of our tasks, and it's not going to be complete in this lifetime, it kind of like, it gets easier once we accept it, because we don't have those expectations on ourselves, and we don't also hold people up to that. Okay, so it's not meant to be empty. Okay, so okay, so here's the thing. I don't even look at these notes. That was kind of dumb. I just wrote a few notes on a little envelope here. And the thing is, when we are wrapped up in, oh, I have to get this complete, I'm going to put this off and put that off and put my partner off and put the goats off, we're going to do that, and then, we're dead. And here's the thing. Once we're dead, guess what about your inbox? It's still full. It's still full, and you're not here. So what's going to happen? Well, the stuff that can wait till mañana will wait for longer than mañana, because you're not there anymore. And the stuff that's super essential is going to get done by somebody, because that's how it works. That's how the universe works. The universe fills in gaps, just like we've spoken about with other things. If we make a hole down by the ocean, and way down where the water starts by the beach, it fills in with water. So the tasks that you have left undone when you go to your great reward, as my grandmother would say, are still going to get done. Meanwhile, you'll be food for daisies, worms, or like myself, blown around in the wind somewhere. And so just think about that. None of it is worth it. And no amount of emails or tasks or projects, or the pressure of getting all that done, is worth your own happiness and inner peace. It just isn't. Think about that. That's our life minutes. And I am not trying to be Little Miss Soapbox, because this is a work in progress for me, especially after the Rona, because I got so used to working out of the house, like many of us did, right? And when we work out of the house, at least partially, the boundaries just dissolve. So it's not like there's my work, here's home, I'm done now, here's the family. That all went out the window. People are walking by you doing laundry and bringing dishes back and forth, and you're like type, type, type to a colleague. Got really fuzzy. It got really fuzzy, and I think for many of us, including myself, that is still a little fuzzy. And so I'm a work in progress with it too. So the main thing is that think of your home care, think of your inbox like painting a bridge, because it is not going to be over ever. And one more thing is I'm a big fan of the not to do list, you know that. So most things can wait. And again, I'm not trying to push being irresponsible or reckless or dumping it on other people. I'm not a fan of that at all. But to just check, what if there's things you just don't need to respond to, just don't. The world will continue to spin, and the not to do list means to just pick one thing that just isn't essential for today, because I guarantee you can find something. I'm actually pretty good at that. Okay, but to find something that can just wait till mañana. Balance, because again, it's not a dress rehearsal, and those life minutes, that we're going to want back at 70, 80, 90, or 110 years old, not getting them back. That's just how it is. So challenge the hypnotic inbox state. Realize it's not going to be complete with all the boxes checked ever. That bar is way too high for any of us to reach. May as well dismiss it and do what we can, and let the rest go, and spend time with yourself, your family, and your goats. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from Northern Vermont. Have a mindful day.